My name is Helena Hulova. I'm the director of Everyman Art Gallery, and I'm curating art exhibition called Corona One Painting a Day. It started sometimes in February, March 2020, when the corona started affecting us. People were more affected, staying at home, and I felt that it would be nice to bring something nice, as artwork does, into people's lives, especially during the lockdown. And so I started posting one artwork every day on Facebook on behalf of Everyman Art Gallery. And over the time, and as it was unexpected, with the corona lasting so long, we gathered quite a few artworks, and that's how this art exhibition has started, really. So I hope that you enjoy the exhibition, and that would be all from me. So I would like to start with Ariella Green's artwork. Ariella is a Chorlton-based artist, originally from Israel. I love her work. It's a textile artwork. She studied textiles at Goldsmith and later on at Manchester University, or MMU. Up here we've got Louise Naimian, who works in watercolour, and it depicts ladies walking dogs in a park. It's lovely. I think it shows the feeling, how people feel during COVID, when we are restrained, always at home, and suddenly we meet up someone in a park. It's lovely. This large abstract artwork is done by Vered Houghton. Vered is also originally from Israel. She is a self-taught artist. Her artwork has lots of energy, lots of movement, and it is mostly about embracing the energy and the movement that she brings. This particular one is called Fire Within, and it very much is fire within. The next artwork on this show is by a Russian artist, Olga Gerke, who is a very close friend of mine. She is lovely lady, comes originally from St. Petersburg. The next artist that we have here is Louis Naimian, who I have introduced on the other side. Louise is textile artist. You can see it in the texture of her artwork. She works in watercolors. This new artist is called David Tomlinson, and he studied fine art in Liverpool and is still very, very active in painting. And this beautiful artwork is called Christmas COVID. Next artwork is by Vered Houghton again, who we have spoken about, and because Vered is a personal trainer, she does very special kind of exercises of stretching and breathing. This artwork is called Breathing. There's lots of movement in it. Next artist is a Spanish lady called Laura Garcia Martin. Laura studied fine art in Seville and illustration in Manchester. Her artwork has got very special qualities. She does collages into which she draws and paints with oil. Flavio Rossi is a Brazilian artist. I love his artwork. It's full of energy. Flavio always there is always lots of fun in his artwork, or there is always music. So this is one of my artworks. Apart from running the art gallery, I started from being an artist. My background is in economics. I studied fine art at Hampstead School of Art. Went to study design. So my first degree is in design. Later on studied as a court interpreter. I'm studying law now. It wouldn't make sense without doing art. So this is still live with a blue vase, and this one is a nude, mixed media with a charcoal and acrylics. This artwork is called Sleeping Boy, and was painted by a local children's books illustrator, Heather Dickinson. Heather is Didsbury-based artist who very, very recently moved to Chorlton. We've got a few sculptures here by Rob Lenihan, who, even though he's in his 50s, he used to be a graffiti artist, which I didn't know till quite recently when he started producing these wonderful sculptures, and which stem from that time, knowing Manchester landscape and the scene in those days where he was growing up being graffiti artist. Emma Finch is a local photographer from Didsbury. She runs Emma Finch Photography. She won lots of awards for her couture photography. I've already spoken about Olga Gerke. These are her still lifes that she painted during COVID when she was stuck at home. So it's a nice way of spending your time. It's a very healthy, productive way of passing the time. One has something to think about and observe in a productive way. So this is Olga Gerke, and here is Amanda Ruth-Gopal, who is art teacher at Moore Allerton in Didsbury, and she provided this wonderful artwork of irises which she painted during COVID. Artwork is by Simon Plum, who is a Prestwich artist, and he again produces a large amount of artwork. We have one beautiful artwork, landscape by Sylvia Paul here. Sylvia Paul studied fine art in Colchester and exhibited widely over the last 40 years around the UK. Her artwork is in private collection in Australia. She exhibited in Japan. Amazing artist who works in oil. You can see that she uses a palette knife. And the next artwork is by Nick Walker.
Hello, my name's Nick Walker. I live in West Didsbury. and I originally trained as a landscape architect and ran a design and build company building gardens, mainly in Didsbury and Chorlton. And I've painted throughout my life. However, over the last 10 years, I've really started to concentrate on it. And at the moment, I'm doing it full time. I draw my inspiration from my surroundings. I started painting life painting, which is figurative painting, and sort of got to a dead end with it. And then one day I walked outside and I looked, and it was high summer, and the light, the sun was shining through the trees around. I live on Lapwing Lane, and it's quite a leafy area, and I was amazed by the textures and colours of just what was around me. So I realised that my inspiration was, I was surrounded by it. And ever since then I've been going out and finding a quiet spot and spending a few hours, sometimes all day, just painting what's around me. And COVID, when it first happened, when lockdown last March, it gave me the opportunity to just concentrate on painting. So I started off each day, and the weather was beautiful, each day in the morning just having my breakfast outside and doing a quick painting. So I got into the habit of doing this, and I realised that the inspiration is around me. I'd like to thank Didsbury Parsonage for giving me the opportunity to display my paintings, especially at a difficult time when it's very hard to find a venue. So a lot of the paintings here, or the majority of them, have been done since March during lockdown, and they start from my garden, just little details from my garden of a few plants, and then I wandered down the Mersey Valley, so I've done some larger ones there. There are a few figurative paintings, like the ladies on the beach, which weren't done here. They were done in Brittany. That's another place I go and find great inspiration painting with the sea and the rocks. But the majority of the ones here are done in the local area, and especially around West Didsbury, Old Lansdowne Road, Queenston Avenue, and just down in Fletcher Moss, which there's numerous places to go and paint, and I can't really see the inspiration running out. It's winter now, so it's a different time for me. I prefer summer with the sunshine and the dappled life, but I'm starting to find the colours and inspiration in winter days, although a bit more difficult to do. The colours are more muted. However, I'm starting to get a few that I'm happy with.